I make movies for an audience. They indulge in big set pieces that get an audience reaction. And to me, that's a good night at the movies.
I see the movie in my mind. Before I make the movie, I've watched the movie. I've got a genuine vision. That's how I see it.
So, Mr. Willis, is this the finest moment of your acting career, or what?
That first real flash of excitement is always when I'm writing something that should go this way, and then all of a sudden, inspiration happens and it goes somewhere else, and I'm party to it. I was put on Earth to face the blank page and pull stuff out of me, find whatever story or genre I want to deal with, and do just my own little version of it.
According to filmmaker and historian Peter Bogdanovich, you are the single most influential director of our generation.
And the Oscar goes to
Mr. Tarantino.
Some boys are into sports, some boys are into cars. I was always into movies.
I worked in a video store in Manhattan Beach, California, a place called Video Archives. Our specialty was like foreign films, classics, TV shows, just oddball stuff. I had like the shelf, and every week I would do like a new theme. The films of Michael Parks, the films of André de Toth, That store was my one source of artistic expression.
At the time, I never even thought about writing. But where I actually realized I had a little bit of talent at it was going to acting class. Now, I was always doing bizarre scenes in acting class. Little by little, I started adding more and more and more to the scenes, and that was me learning how to write dialogue.
All of my writing techniques, I never took any writing classes or seminars or anything like that, read any pamphlets. My whole thing was, everything I learned as an actor, studying acting for 6 years, I've basically applied to writing. If I'm playing on, I don't know, whatever, Sugar Babies or something, something really crazy in a theater production, and I break up with my girlfriend who I'm like madly in love with, and then my heart is shattered, when I go out on stage, I have to bring that experience on with me. Well, the same thing with me as a writer. That pain that I'm feeling has got to find its way into this story, or else, what am I doing?
I mean, Kill Bill was insanely personal.
Hello, kiddo.
I don't necessarily want you to know why it's so damn personal and why it was like ripped from my heart. So I bury it inside of a bunch of other stuff, but it's still all very real and it's still coming from me.
C'était un plaisir de discuter avec une consoeur cinéphile. Beau rêve, mademoiselle.
I really like taking my story, what I have to say, my tale, my little autobiographies, but sticking them in crazy genre world.
Your unique storytelling, what led you to constructing that sort of back and forth, nonlinear style?
I'd read novels, and in a novel, you can start in the middle of the story. They're doing something, and it's just moving in the forward momentum of what they're doing that's taking place in the here and now. But now it comes to chapter 3, and chapter 3 happened 2 years before.
Right.
I always thought if you did it the way they did it in novels, that would be inherently cinematic. The cross-cutting would be neat. And to just put it all in chronological order was inherently not cinematic. It was drab.
How did you get out?
I shot my way out. Everybody started shooting, so I blasted my way out of there.
My first movie, Reservoir Dogs. Everybody else on that set could know a hell of a lot more about filmmaking than I did, and they all did. But I knew this material better than they did. What I could do is put a bunch of actors in a room and get the best out of them, and being able to talk actor talk. I always knew that would be one of my strengths.
The cops didn't show up after the alarm went off. They didn't show up till after Mr. Blonde went off.
I mean, that's how I know we were set up. Come on, Mr. White, I mean, you could see that, can't you?
Fuck this Mr. White shit, all right? Hey, wait a minute, man.
Don't tell me your fucking name, man. I don't want to know it. Jesus Christ, I ain't gonna tell you mine.
Don't be intimidated by your actors. Don't be scared. You're there to find it together.
Bruce. Give just a little bit more of a slow burn. Blank. And then boom, action. Just
okay.
One of the best things that a film director today can do for an actor is you should be sitting right by the camera. Not be watching it on a monitor, not be watching it on a TV set, sitting in a chair, oftentimes in a whole other room.
Right.
If you watch the acting right next to the camera, right in front of the actors, it's as if they are acting only for you.
Tell him fuck you,
fuck you.
and then throw it to everybody all around you.
And your Jew dogs.
The 3 stages. One is like, feel the hit. Then it's like, oh, motherfucker. Then it's like, get her.
Okay, it's rock and roll.
Rolling. Here you go. Get out of your house. Action! Cut. Damn good, yeah. Interior wedding chapel day. Overhead shot. We hear a bang, and the bride receives a bullet in the side of her head. Cut to black screen. The 4th film by Quentin Tarantino.
That was me throwing my hat into the action filmmaking ring in a big way.
I mean, you were so painstaking in how you shot it. I mean, I think you even would shoot in one direction, get a shot, turn around, shoot the next cut.
That's the Hong Kong way.
Yeah.
You know, the American way is like if
Cover
we're shooting,
in one direction,
yeah, if we're shooting
cover
in
the
this
other
room,
direction.
we cut the room in half and we do everything on this side first, and then we do everything on that side. That's not really their way because you can't be organic.
Right.
And no one can ever keep all that stuff in their head or to make all the editing work.
Okay. Action!
So what you do is you break everything down to 2, 3, or 4 fight moves. Say you've done 4 moves. That last move you do, that 4th move, well, that becomes the first move of the next 3 or 4. Then also, because you're fighting in order, anything that happens to the costumes is fine.
Right.
Because it's happening
All
on
in
camera,
continuity.
and it's right there. Completely works in continuity. She's leaving a trail of death and destruction behind her, but it's all right there.
Right.
We just keep adding to it.
Good. Great job.
Being the director, the one artist that I think is the most influential to me has got to be Sergio Leone. He is the filmmaker that you can spot the most in my work. That kind of operatic quality and the way the music takes over and kind of set pieces, directing via set piece a lot of times.
I heard him singing, I knew he loved someone.
After this brilliant...
It all started on Jackie Brown. Harvey Weinstein was like, there's not enough music in it. I think you really need to put a score. I think you need to hire. Like, oh, it's too late, Harvey. We've just gone too far. I'm not going to hire some guy that could write a score in the next 4 days. That's not how I'm going to do a movie. And he goes, well, isn't there some old movie that you like that you could just like use the score that already exists? I guess I could do that. I mean, that's not such a dumb idea. Can I do that? Well, yeah, I guess if I license it, I can do anything I want. When you know on the day this piece of music you're using, you can get even more clever with it. I thought, well, I don't see any reason to change. I like doing it this way.
I didn't ever want to trust a composer with the soul of my movie. But I had a little voice in my head saying this material deserved an original score with Morricone. Because so I see a theme that it's moving forward. There's a forward momentum to it that suggests a stagecoach. Moving forward, but the important part of the theme is the fact that it truly suggests the violence that will follow eventually. Well, that sounds pretty fucking good.
I ain't dead yet, you black bastard.
Filmography is not a hit or miss thing. You have a vision, you have a voice, and each new film is your new conversation.
Times are changing slowly, but surely, and it's men like you that will make a difference.
It feels magnificent to be able to work in this art form at a level of genuine artist.
We have a little mantra that me and the crew have been doing a long time where we say, okay, we've got it, but we're gonna do one more. And why are we gonna do one more? And then the whole crew screams out, because we love making movies. And we do. We're living a great life that we're just absolutely blessed to live it.
Starting with that pen and that blank piece of paper, that is my journey. That's my heart of darkness. That's what I'm really here to do. This is the zeitgeist moment. This is a phenomena. I'm not gonna get another phenomena the next movie out. I should throw them for a loop.